Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's quite ironic that I'm doing this video about the arena this week because I am still waiting to force restart both my 6-star basic and 6-star feature at the time of recording this because yes, the MS_ID_U I_PvP_ matchup_ title bug has infected both main arenas. So I heard from several people who were not happy at all. And I am not, I'm not wanting to defend this because obviously I'm affected as much as anybody. But it is worth noting that we got some positive news, at least I think it's positive, regarding the arena situation. And that positive news comes in the fight against cheaters. The MCOC team gave us the update this week that last month we took action against hundreds of arena cheaters. The goal of this action was to restore competitive integrity to the arena, and it worked. Arena cutoffs fell substantially, and those engaging in fair play were much more likely to secure the rewards they deserved. Now, the cutoffs fell, not like, I don't think as substantially as they're trying to comment, especially depending on the arena. Sometimes cutoffs fall just because the champions are old and not very good, or at least most people have them. But at the same time, we also know that some people who got permanent bans had the permanent bans changed to a temporary ban because they're whales. Over the past month, that competitive integrity has started to slip again. Cheaters began to return to the arena. We saw the forum posts. We saw the YouTube videos. We knew these players were cheating, and we did nothing to respond. Why? Because we knew the modding community was going to test our defenses with accounts they didn't care about. I do think it's interesting how this is the first time that I can remember that the modding community is a term that KABAM is using. I mean, I support it because obviously it exists and has existed for years, but interesting. We wanted them to build confidence that the changes they had made to their mods would evade our detection and then bring back online the accounts they didn't want to lose. Now that is some straight up Marvel hero level psychology. That's like Tony Stark letting Ultron into his computer systems. This also worked. While cheating in the Danny Moonstar arena was sparse, the Lady Deathstrike arena saw a substantial return of modders. Not to the same extent as before the June action, but enough that we have decided to pull the trigger with another ban wave. To this end, over 100 arena cheaters were banned today. All of these bans were permanent, regardless of previous cheating behavior or any other factor. As these bans are permanent, no clawbacks will be required for champions acquired in the arenas. Their Battlegrounds solo event scores and Gladiator Circuit ranks will be set to 0. While we are unfortunately unable to zero out their Battlegrounds Alliance event scores during the season, we believe we should be able to do so after the season closes and before ranked rewards are distributed, and we will be doing this where possible. So if they zero out the Battlegrounds Alliance event scores, that will have a substantial shakeup on some rank rewards. So keep your eyes out for what alliances go to 0. Because KABAM just dropped the hammer, and they're going to drop a second hammer in a couple weeks once the season ends. There are a number of borderline cases we need to investigate further once this is complete and action is taken against these accounts. Featured hero rewards from Danny onwards will be corrected for those promoted to the top 400. This may take up to the end of the month. Correcting these rewards multiple times would take up a significant amount of the data resources we are using to catch more cheaters. So we ask that summoners please be patient with us while we try to catch as many of these cheaters as possible. Angel McNugget said A-, bordering on a B+. I don't know why that would be. Nice progress. Here's hoping they keep it up in the arena. Now they just need to go after the cheaters in Battlegrounds. It's been horrendous. Best news I've heard all day. Thanks you. Normally I'm going to get Danny Moon back. I was ranked 464. Well, Standard Man 1989. I guess you could call me Standard Man 1988 if that's your birth year, because 88 was mine. Or is mine, I should say. That's really encouraging. Bot detector fully operational. It's a trap. I keep going down the list, but I feel as though we have read enough comments. It's going to be interesting because obviously there are some alliances that are complicit and completely either turn their heads or turned a blind eye to it, and there are other alliances that maybe had no idea. And if those alliances get screwed over in Battlegrounds, my guess is some of those summoners will contact me in a furious rage. Not that you can totally blame them for that, but at the same time, KABAM wants to make an example out of these summoners. So dropping the hammer is, well, pretty substantial. I could stare at this It's a Trap by Lord Smasher all day. It's a great way to end the video. Anyhow, what are y'all's thoughts on this? Either way, thanks for watching. Have a good one.